political analyst based in Washington. Mr. Nowairah, it's a pleasure seeing you again. So the GCC's Secretary General says the institution's mission is to, quote, facilitate trade and economic integration among member states, and which is, of course, more relevant than any other time in its history. Are you confident an agreement will be finalized to end the blockade on Qatar?
Yes, I think that an agreement, some sort of an agreement, will be reached on January or by January 5th, 2021. However, this agreement or such a deal will not be genuine. It will be in response to international pressure and because of strategic calculations. I think there are many important and significant indicators and signs that both parties, Qatar on one hand and Saudi Arabia, the UAE and Bahrain on the other hand, are ready to compromise to reach a deal that would actually address some of the international calls for reconciliation. However, as I said, we should not overestimate this deal. I think that because the differences are deep-rooted, we might see a renewed crisis among the GCC states in the next few years or so.
So I believe a few years ago, Saudi Arabia had accused Qatar of being a state sponsor of terrorism. Do you believe now that the GCC is confident that Qatar is not?
Well, I think they do not believe that themselves, and in that sense, their 13 demands will not be actually met by the meeting or the summit on January 5th. Those are accusations, political accusations, I guess, because of the blockade and because in order to put more pressure on Qatar and on other regional countries so that they can abide by the Saudi, Emirati, Bahraini bloc in the region. However, I think that they will just forget about those demands and try to reach a deal that can be reached with Qatar in some way, with some compromises, of course, from Qatar, but also from Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Bahrain. We see now there is less critical media coverage from both sides in preparation for a deal that will be reached by the summit. But also, I think before that, we will hear news about lifting the blockade on Qatar, and that will actually facilitate the participation of Qatar Emir Qatar in the summit. Because unless Qatar Emir himself participates in the summit, this will not be a success.
And obviously, the timing also works in the GCC countries' favor. Do you think it would be a good opportunity for them to prove to the Biden administration that they're peacemakers and open to dialogue?
In some way, yes, but we need to understand that the pressure is actually from the Trump administration and from his envoy to the Middle East, Jared Kushner. But of course, it is also the timing is important now with the Biden administration is coming. I mean, there are many calls on Saudi Arabian government on its human rights and its human rights issues, and also regional issues in general, the war in Yemen, the brutal murder of Jamal Khashoggi. So they want to have kind of turn a new page with the Biden administration in order to avoid any responses or hard responses from the upcoming U.S. administration. But we need to understand that in the same time, Trump administration has been working on resolving this crisis. And I think because of the pressure, not because of the genuine interests of the GCC states, this summit will be will be held with the presence of all the GCC states leaders.
All right, Nabeel Nowairah, appreciate you speaking with us on this topic. Thanks.